One part Alizé.
Anywhere we go, we fling steel.
A full face today. I haven't been liking the way my makeup hasn't come out, so I brought some new products, and yeah, that should do the trick.
Bitch, it's $45.
Wow. I'm gonna go in and mold my brows the way where I want them. And this just makes it easier for me because I don't like to do too much on my eyebrow. A foundation, I felt like the foundation that I was using before was a little bit too orange. Again, I feel like I'm a little bit too orange, so I will I'm gonna try to do this like darker color and see once I do my contour and my highlight if the contrast is gonna make sense. And of course, there is a girl that don't belong in my video at all, even though brushes usually tend to do that. Whole product in the brush, but I think it does a pretty good job on distributing the makeup. Do my makeup a little bit different. I'm gonna contour first. So I'm going in with this Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour, and I'm just gonna pop those in that area over here. Y'all see anything? Cause I don't see anything.
Get somebody else.
So I blended that product out off camera and it gave nothing. And then I found my Tarte concealer for this situation. I opened up the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa, and I don't know, it's pretty promising. That's not promising. Oh my gosh. What? That's not promising. That's damn near my skin. That's not promising. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. More LA Girl I found in the shade Espresso and in the shade Mahogany. I'm gonna open these up and see what it does. This on the side does nothing. Okay, so I blended that out, and I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 11. Stick that right in here, right in this area here, and I won't drag it out further than that just because I know I'm gonna blend it out further than that. I'm going to do me a small little moon shape up here. I'm gonna actually blend it out, and then on top of that, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. 16-hour Camel concealer. What shade is this? Deep Caramel. I'm only gonna use a little bit because this is really, really bright. I do want a bright under eye, but not too much. So yeah, but let me go ahead and blend that out. I'm gonna probably blend that out with a smaller detail brush. I do want to control where I'm pushing this product and how much coverage maintains in which area that I'm doing it in. With concealer, I may not wipe off the excess. I may take that same brush. If I feel like there's excess, I will push it around to another part of my face that I feel may need to brighten up, lighten up, just maybe need a little bit of a highlight. I will push that product. The contour, I will wipe off. That highlight, baby, I'm not wiping that off. We're gonna work with it. We're gonna move her around somewhere. We're gonna find somewhere for her to fit, and that's where she's gonna stay for the night. One thing I would say about the whole blending process is very tedious. Like, this whole process is very, very tedious. It's annoying. I won't lie about that. That part of the process is very tedious. And if you still some of my lashes, please don't. Start at the edge and work that product down the side of my nose and work that product out before I touch the product directly in my inner corner. So I'm just gonna pull that product outward, down and outward, pretty much down and outward, down and outward. And I'm not dragging the product. I am patting the product around, moving the product around. Now, this is not necessarily a 1, 2, 3 process. If you're looking for a 1, 2, 3 process, then I advise for you to use a beauty blender and possibly go heavier on the product, just because that beauty blender will wash out and drag out a lot of that product and a lot of that coverage. At least that's what I've experienced. I use my my beauty blender on a damp, in a damp state. And that's what I experienced. And if you use it in a dry state, it's much, much harder to blend out. So I do what works for me, do what works for you, but that's what I've experienced. Okay, so that product is pretty much blended exactly where I want that product to be blended at. There's some still, like, you know, areas that's a little bit harsh that I can always go in and go to, you know, get in some of the tougher areas to get into. And it's just easier on the hand to hold and blend down. I have a few of them, but this one is my favorite. And I'm not even a pink girly, but this one is my favorite. But I seen this video and I wanted to try this lip combo. So it was like purple, a dark purple outline. I don't have any purple lip liner, which is very odd to me. So I'm just using this lip gloss that I probably got, I don't even know. I'm using this lip gloss in the shade Violet to kind of like give my lips in the outlined effect. Right? And then in the middle, I don't know if it was like nude or was it pink?